Yo, a little bit different today. I thought I'd have a little walk through the park and have a little talk as well. Oh, my neck. So yeah, what's been on my mind today? Well, you know, I was thinking, I still got this ulcer, sorry. What I was thinking is, there's a lot of people suffering, right? The average person or young person in their 20s is going through some form of depression, anxiety, struggle. And I feel like what we forget is that we might as well bring things back to the basics. Like the core basics. Like literally just going for a walk in the park. Like, when was the last time that you just went for a walk in the park when you were feeling like depressed? Or like just like made some really healthy food, or like just done something simple. Because before you, well, first of all, if you want to actually solve that issue, that's the first thing you've got to ask yourself. Do you know, are you okay being in that grey area where you're like, you're okay, but you're really not happy? And then if you do want to do something about it, then, you know, that's when you got to start thinking about these things. Because I don't know, I hear a lot of people going through things, and then it seems like sometimes they don't want to help themselves. Maybe it's due to self-pity, maybe it's due to a lack of confidence, or could be many things. But personally, I don't like being in those mind states, so I always look for the best way to fix it in a way that's conducive with me. So it's not to say that, you know, what works for one person works for another, so that's a fact for sure. But if you really want to find and discover your, you know, what works for you, then that's your own journey. Yeah, like, I just feel like before going to the doctors, before thinking about taking some form of like anti-anxiety pill, whatever, like anything in that region, just, you know, just open your eyes to the simple little things. Yeah, that's kind of like what I've been thinking, like. And like for instance, this park here, this is actually right next to my old school. So this is like such a beautiful park. This is a little hidden area that not many people know about, but yeah, like, just look at the beauty. Like, the natural beauty is just, it's greater than ourselves. So like, you know, it can humble us in a good way, and inspire us. For instance, my grandfather's actually, there's a tree planted in this park after my grandfather passed away. He was called John. He was a really incredible guy. Unfortunately, it happened quite a long time ago, when I was about maybe 10, 11, 12. But sometimes I just come back to this park just to to remember the good things about him, and like it's so, this park is so intertwined with my childhood that it's like, you know, it holds a lot of sentimental value. So for me, it always helps to come back to a place like this, a place of beauty, a place of peace, to reflect, and to better myself. Imagine, like, we can't even imagine we had the tree planted in a certain location and then it got moved, and I feel like it was definitely a silver birch, but imagine we didn't even get told exactly where it was. Well, we did. Well, my mum keeps trying to tell me, but I always get confused and it's really annoying, but I think it's one of these here. So yeah, the silver birch was his favourite tree, so yeah, that's what we went and done. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, I think when we come back to the basics, I feel like we've strayed quite far away from the basics in this modern world, in the West anyway. And I do love the new innovations of the modern world, but I also do feel like it needs to be grounded in something that we all can relate to and we can all agree on. Otherwise, everything gets quite confused, doesn't it? It's like we can't just continuously make up rules and then be like, oh, well, like, be surprised that we're all disagreeing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make sense. Even just certain little pieces of general knowledge, I feel like it's just completely just lost on the wayside these days. Like, I just ask myself certain obvious questions of how has it come this far to this point? But yeah, like, and I feel like there is a positive way of looking at this stuff, and it's just about it, like, it's literally right in front of us. And that's the most ironic thing, is like, it's not even hard to achieve. These things are all, like, you don't have to pay for these things. Do you know what I mean? Like, the access is there for everyone. That's why I feel like it's such a beautiful thing, because I can just hop on my bike and just ride to wherever I want in London, really. Like, I'm fortunate enough to have been brought up in London, and London is a very easy access area for cycling and walking. So for me, I just you know, it's only about a 10-minute cycle, and here I am, just healing, really, just oxidizing myself, really. If I actually you know, take it back to the scientific basics, I'm really just taking in a bunch of oxygen. All these trees are just providing me with life. Like, if you actually just think about it, like, if you just go to a place where there's lots of greenery and you just try breathe in deeply through your nose, like, you'll actually just clock it on an instinctual level that, like, that there's peace there. There's some peace there that is very agreeable with the body. Yeah, that's kind of been what's on my mind right now. It's a beautiful day here in London. Been working on my website, which I'm pretty excited about, for it to build and grow, and I hope certain people can appreciate that, like, the same way I can. Even if people didn't appreciate it, I would still, like, it's still just a personal thing for me. So either way, it's just a win-win for me. So yeah. And yeah, I'm kind of just chilling, living. I hope everyone else is well. And yeah, I'm gonna leave you there. Peace.